I have a little secret. I have been in the homemaking rut for about a month and a half now. It seems like the to-do list never gets completed. The laundry is never ending. And all I'm doing is cleaning over and over. And I'm tired. Can you relate? We have the holidays coming up, and I'm looking around my home and I'm just like, ugh, I needed some change. So I have implemented some small changes with big impact for me, and I want to share them with you. I think this might help. Welcome back, ladies. And if you are new here, we are so excited to have you. First question I have is, how are you? Are you doing well? Or are you feeling in the rut as well? And I have to tell you, with the holidays coming, I was like, no, I need to get out of this funk, out of this rut. And today I woke up to snow. So, this is so important to take care of you. So the first thing that I started implementing, and I did this a couple weeks now, is every Friday morning, I am out of the house at 9 a.m. and I go someplace that I want to go to. So maybe one week I'll go to the library and I will take my time. I will look through the cookbooks and the gardening books. I'll find a new book to read, something like that. Maybe I even sit down and peruse through the magazines. Magazines are super expensive these days, but they have them all there at the library. So maybe I will look at a decorating magazine or something like that. 2 weeks ago, I went about 20 minutes. I don't know if I'm southeast of me or northeast of me. And it was a small town. It's an older town. Now, the town has grown up around it, but the buildings in the downtown are very historic. And I went there and I just cruised through some of the small businesses and I just looked at everything. Maybe got ideas for a Christmas present, decorating ideas, but I just looked through everything and I took my time. I also went over to the thrift store and picked up a few things, did my little treasure hunting. Last week at 9 a.m., I went to, or last Friday, I went to the thrift store and I am looking for specific things, and I will share with you some of my finds in just a moment. But I also, this town is a little bit farther away from me, but my son and daughter-in-law and new grandbaby live near there. So I was going to see them that afternoon. So I took the morning, and wouldn't you know, it was raining. And I'm like, nope, I'm taking the umbrella. This is my day. Whether it's raining, whether it's snowing like we woke up to this morning, whatever it is, it's my day and I'm just gonna go with it. So I walked around the town in the rain with my umbrella. I stopped at a little coffee shop, got a tea and a muffin, and I read my book for a little bit. I cruised through their little shops, and then I went down a couple streets. They have such historic homes, and They're beautiful, and I just want to share them with you. So maybe cruising through small towns that you haven't been to or anything like that is not your cup of tea, and that's okay. Maybe the library is, maybe it's going for a hike, and I will be incorporating hikes with towns, with different things, but it's doing something that you love. Maybe it's getting together one day a week with your friend for a cup of coffee or tea and just having some girl time, some communication. You know, it doesn't have to cost you anything, or it can cost you very little. You can keep a budget of what you want to do, and maybe at the beginning of the month you go, okay, I have $40 to spend on this month of activities that you want to do. And so just put it out. Maybe one week you spend nothing but the gas to get to the library. The next week, maybe you go to a little coffee shop and you spend $3 on a cup of coffee or tea. Just keep a budget for you on that, but do it for you. It is so worth it. And I have to tell you, even though I come back to a messy house, I feel so much better. The next thing that I did is I changed up a habit. So I enjoy walking. Would you know that I walk the same route every single time I go out for a walk? I mean, I go out, make a left, make a right. I do the same route every single time. And I started to research what just changing up how we do a habit, what it does for us. So when it's exercise, it helps us to not get injured, and it helps us from not getting bored with it. But more importantly, just changing up a habit can actually improve your memory, and it can stall memory loss. So what did I do? On my walks, I take a different route. I actually went backwards my route. Now, why do I do the same route? Well, because I know that I get the same amount of steps in and I can track the same amount of miles when I go do these walks. But I went the opposite way. So I did the same walk, but it was just opposite. And wouldn't you know, I actually saw things that I'd never seen before because I was walking in a different direction. And it kind of ignited me a little bit. And when I got back, it wasn't just like, okay, great, good job, you did your steps. I felt lighter. My brain was igniting because I was enjoying all the sights that I hadn't seen, even though they're the same streets, just walked a different way. So what is one habit that you can change up a little bit? Maybe it could be a habit of how you do your dishes. I changed that up too. I got so tired of my kitchen, and I moved my drying mat out. I wanted more counter space. I don't have a large kitchen. It desperately needs remodeled, but we are going to do the best we can with it. So I just pulled out this rack that I got and I started using that. So it doesn't allow me to pile a bunch of stuff on there like I would my drying mat and then just leave it and come back in the kitchen and be like, oh. So I'm taking that task and I'm completing the task. So I'll put a couple things on there and then I'll take my towel, dry them, and put them away. When I come back into the kitchen, I don't have to put dishes away. It's not a mess, and I have clean countertops. It could be a habit like that. It could also be a water habit. So for me, I am in Ohio and it is cold. We woke up to Narnia today. It is snowing outside and we still have leaves on the trees. I have pictures for you, so just hang tight. But I need to get more water in. When it gets cold, I don't drink cold water. I really don't drink cold anything. I don't like it. It just makes me colder. So I have some infused warm water for you that is not only good for you, but it tastes great. So this is so inexpensive to just infuse some warm water, and you can use what you have. So if you have an orange, maybe throw an orange, sliced up orange in there with a cinnamon stick. You could add a clove in there. You could make it however you want. There's no caffeine. It's just water and some infused ingredients. In this one, I do have the pear, the thyme, I have a cinnamon stick, and then a little nib of ginger. And it's wonderful. It costs less than buying those expensive herbal teas, and you get your water and a warm drink. It tastes so good. All right, what else can you do? Well, if you're going to work, you get in your car and you're on autopilot and you just drive to work the same way. Take a different route coming home. Go see something, enjoy the landscapes or the decorations that are soon going to be coming out. Drive a different way home, even if it takes you 10 minutes more. And I know you got to get home, you got to get dinner on. But I will tell you, if you take a different route, put some gentle music on that you enjoy, your favorite music, and just drive a different way and enjoy the scenery. When you get home, you will not be so stressed. And what is 10 extra minutes if you enjoy it? The last thing that I started doing is I started changing up things around my house. Now, I am hosting Thanksgiving, and I have been out in the garden for months now. Decorating really wasn't my thing during garden season, unless it was pulling all the produce in and placing it on my counter. But, I'm inside now. I don't have the gardens to go to. We pulled the last of the beets yesterday, right before the snow. And yeah, so I don't have that. And now I'm in my home and it's cold, except for when I go for my walks or whatever. But I needed something to jazz it up, to pizzazz, you know? I just felt like, all right, I wasn't happy with it, I should say. It just looked, ho hum, like it always has. So I started looking around my house and I started looking at the areas that I really did not like above my stove. I have or had the lodge thing up there. And the reason why I have this big amount of room behind my stove is because I had a stove that all of the knobs were on the back up against the wall. Well, when I had to replace my stove, I was looking for a specific stove. I only wanted one induction and I needed a big enough burner to fit my canner on. So that's why I ended up with this stove. It was very functional reason. It was not aesthetics. But then I was left with that big area on my wall. I started looking around my home and I went, oh, really? So up in this corner, and I'll show you all the pictures, but up in this corner, there used to be a picture. Is it a expensive one? No, I probably got it from Hobby Lobby or something when we moved in. So it's been up there for 14 years. I moved it. I put it behind the stove and I love it. It brings a homey vibe to it. It adds some color and some depth. I did purchase a new rug for the kitchen area. I had these rugs that were like cushiony to stand on when I was doing all my kitchen, but they were gray, they were ugly, and I kept tripping on them. So I got rid of them. And I did go on Amazon and I purchased this rug and I love it because it's washable. It covers the whole area. So you have that cozier rug feeling than just this nasty old linoleum that I have. And it highlighted the kitchen a little bit more. After the holidays, I will be repainting these cupboards and giving this a slight makeover. But in the meantime, I'm hosting. Everybody's going to be in my kitchen for Thanksgiving. I wanted something a little cozy, and it didn't cost me a thing. Another thing that I did is I found these frames, which you can see right behind me, at a thrift store. And I was like, they're perfect. My curtains that are behind you have foliage on them. And I just thought they were awesome. They fit the colors and everything else in the kitchen. So I didn't have to, I'm not repainting. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just finding little things to move things around. So I took down what was back there, which was the saying of a song, that My Wish by Rascal Flatts. And my son actually got me that, and I'm putting it elsewhere in the home, but that is the song that we danced to at his wedding. So, I'm just moving things around. I've moved my dining room around a little bit. I took out a table out of there so it didn't feel so cramped. I put it into the family room. I got rid of a chair, my comfy chair that I loved, but it was pretty rough. I need new living room furniture, but that'll come in time when I find it. Instead, I used some blankets and I was able to pick up just some cushion covers that I really like, and it's made the room cozier. So, look around the house, and it doesn't have to cost you anything, because I know we have Thanksgiving coming and I know we have Christmas coming. But what can you move? Would a picture be better off somewhere else? Could you move some furniture around? Just give your home a little pick-me-up. And I'll tell you, when I go into my family room now and we just have the love seat and the couch. My husband and I are sitting closer to each other, not me way back in my chair and him up by the couch. And it's cozy. Next up is my bookshelves, which I will bring you along for that and give you some ideas on the bookshelves. But the biggest thing about this whole video is just do a little changes. They really do make a big impact. So what I'd like to know from you is, what area in your home or apartment or condo, what area are you just like, oh, it needs help? Leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And then, is there an area that you could change one habit just so, and a small habit, just so that you can ignite our brains into feeling alive and not so desperately in this rut that we can all fall into? The last and final change that I am doing, I love this channel so much. I love filming for it. But it is winter, and so I'm not outside in the gardens. And I've also had another thing I've really been passionate about, and I cannot wait to share. So I will be doing one video a week at this point, especially through the holidays. My schedule will be changing in January, as on Fridays I will be going to my granddaughters, my newest granddaughters, and I'll be taking care of her. So I'll be out of the home 3 days a week, but I now am working on a website. So yes, there will be a website. Right now it is not up. It is not live. I'm still working on it. But Pinebrook Homestead will have a website where I will be able to put on there all of my recipes, and I'm so excited about this, and just gardening tips and things like that, things that YouTube really doesn't highlight, So, but there will be a lot of information on the website about what we're doing, how we're doing it, all the recipes, and yeah, more frugal tips, those types of things. So I am so excited about the website that is coming, and that is for all of you. I will let you know as soon as it goes live, and that is going to be the next adventure. So I will always have my videos here on Monday. I miss you during the week, but I want to give you better content, more content. And if I'm filming throughout the week, then it's easier to put that together. And right now, unfortunately, YouTube is, if you're either trending. I don't like the word trending, because you're either trending if you are complaining about the SNAP benefits, or you're trending if you're throwing out all of your Christmas decorations and buying a Ralph Lauren Christmas. Now, you want to talk about division? Well, I'm not interested in a Ralph Lauren Christmas. I mean, yes, it is beautiful, but I like more of antiques and different things like that. So it's not really my style. And although I feel for everyone with these SNAP benefits, I don't want to be a complaining channel. That's just not me. I mean, I've only done one rant in all of this. Anyways, I want to bring you value and beauty, and maybe a place where you can come at the end of your day and sit down and relax and learn a few things along the way. So that is the excitement that I am so thrilled about. And it is an adventure, because it's all me and technology, which I've mastered this thus far. So I think I can get this website up and going. Thank you so much for joining me today. And do not forget, do something for you. Even if it's just in a morning, even if it's just for an hour. We need a way to replenish us and take care of us, both mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you so much, everyone. I look forward to seeing you next week.